First up, after getting to know all of Andy's toys in the first two Toy Story movies, Woody, Buzz, and the gang joined the collection of toys already owned by young Bonnie in the third film. Now, with Toy Story 4, we'll be meeting even more characters. From Cinema Blend, it seems that with so many characters, the fourth film won't be able to find a place for everybody who appeared in the previous films, as the production team behind Toy Story 4 has revealed that Michael Keaton's Ken doll won't be appearing. While Barbie is a character who appears in earlier Toy Story films, we don't meet Ken until the crew finds themselves at the Sunnyside daycare in the third movie. While the rest of Andy's toys go on to live with Bonnie, Barbie stays behind with Ken where they live in apparent happiness. Toy Story 4 hits theaters June 21st. Next up, Ashton Kutcher has announced on Twitter that Netflix's multicam comedy The Ranch will be coming to an end after Season 4. From ComingSoon.net, the fourth and final season will consist of 20 episodes, with 10 episodes streaming later this year, and the final 10 episodes set to launch in 2020. Set in the present day on a Colorado ranch, The Ranch stars Kutcher as Colt, a failed semi-pro football player who returns home to run the family ranching business with his father Bo, played by Sam Elliott, whom he hasn't seen in 15 years. Next up, fans of Frank Herbert's seminal 1965 sci-fi novel have reason to be nervous about Denis Villeneuve's upcoming adaptation of Dune. The last feature adaptation of the story resulted in one of the most infamous big-budget disasters put to the big screen. From Slash Film, according to Villeneuve's frequent collaborator David Dasmalkian, who reunites with the French-Canadian director for a third time after Prisoners and Blade Runner 2049, Dune fans can expect an incredibly faithful adaptation of the novel. The actor said the following: "I can't really discuss much about the script or the plot itself, but I can tell you that the old phrase 'true to the spirit' or 'honoring the spirit of' applies. Quite honestly, I haven't even seen the most recent version of the script, but in the way Denis has talked about the film and what I've seen, it's absolutely true and in honor of everything that Frank put into the novel." Dune hits theaters on November 20th, 2020. Next up, another classic sitcom is looking to make a return to the small screen, as it has been reported that UCP is developing a sequel to Punky Brewster, the 1984 series which followed a young girl growing up with a foster father. From JoeBlow.com, Soleil Moon Frye, who played the character in the original series and who I went to elementary school with in Burbank, true story, is set to reprise her role for the sequel. Punky Brewster originally aired for 4 seasons. Should the new Punky Brewster series take off, it would join the ranks of Boy Meets World, Full House, Will and Grace, Murphy Brown, and Roseanne. Next up, New Regency has acquired the film rights to the adaptation of Richard Brautigan's Gothic Western novel The Hawkline Monster. From Deadline, director and editor Hal Ashby of Harold and Maude fame first acquired The Hawkline Monster in 1975, a year after the book was published, and attempted to adapt it into a film. Various stars were attached, including Jack Nicholson, Dustin Hoffman, as well as Jeff and Beau Bridges. Following the death of Brautigan in 1984 and then Ashby in 1988, Tim Burton fell in line to develop the project for Nicholson and Clint Eastwood. The Hawkline Monster tells the story of 2 unlikely hero gunslingers hired by a 15-year-old girl named Magic Child to kill the monster that lives in the caves under the basement of one Miss Hawkline's house. And finally, Woody Allen is returning to Spain this summer as production gears up for the director's 51st film. From Variety, according to production studio MediaPro, the untitled film, which was first announced in February, will be a comedy romance, following a married American couple who attend the San Sebastian Film Festival only to fall in love with different people. Previously, MediaPro Studios worked alongside Allen for the films Vicky Cristina Barcelona and Midnight in Paris, which garnered strong reviews and several Oscar nominations. Also joining Allen on the project is Christoph Waltz. Filming is set to begin July 10th in Spain. And that will do it for today's installment of the Movie News Feed.